Hi guys, we are going to take you through a quick shoulder sequence to follow along at home. This is going to be a little bit of a taster of what you can expect from our mobility classes that we run twice a week. Or also if you're looking for more personalized work, we can do that. I've got one more one-on-one slot available as well. Now we're going to go through a few exercises. So we're going to start with a sleeper stretch. This will help open up internal rotation in your shoulders. You're going to have your shoulders, no, pop that shoulder right back where you had it. That's it. Shoulders are on top of each other. You have your bottom elbow in line with the bottom shoulder and your top hand can rest where you like. From there, your wrist is stacked over your elbow. And for this one, guys, I like that you're going straight for the weights, but we're going to start with the massage balls. We're going to take the massage balls. It'll just help you to squeeze something, okay? From there, Audric is just going to take his top hand and he's going to bring his forearm down into a stretch until he hits a stretch on the shoulder. He's just going to hold this, and you can either just let the stretch wear off, or as the stretch eases off, you can push a little stronger with your top hand to keep the intensity the same. Now Marek will go through contractions. So he's going to, for 5 seconds, push his bottom arm up like he's trying to rotate out with his top hand resisting. The second 5-second lot, he's going to keep the top hand where it is, and he's going to pull his wrist down and away. So he's actively trying to pull deeper into the stretch. He relaxes his hand down, and it's going to be 5 seconds trying to push out, 5 seconds trying to pull deeper with your own strength. Now we're going to go for 60 seconds. When you're ready, you can get yourself set up, and I've got a timer going here. There is this temptation that when we use the bottom hand only, we just remove the top hand. Keep it in place and try and pull away, as it'll keep you honest, and we're then not allowing this hand to come out of the stretch in between. Good, and then we can slowly come out. If you feel like you need, use your top hand and help the bottom arm out of the stretch. Good, and then we're going to turn around and do the other side. All right, from there, we can pop the massage balls aside, and then we need a stick each, or if you don't have a stick at home, you could use a band or even a towel could do. Now Marek is going to stay face down on the floor, and Audric can either stand up or come into a tall kneeling position, and we're going to take you through those two different variations. So if you're doing it standing, you have your palms facing forward, and your hands will have to go as wide as you need to keep your elbows locked for the entire movement. So slide them out wider if in doubt. And then if you can bring them in closer. Audric is going to lift the stick up behind him. He's going to keep his ribs tucked in. And if he's getting stuck there, he's going to slide the hands wider so we inlocate all the way around. There we go. We need a longer stick for Audric. Go. Can you get up and over? That's it. That's it. Reach the stick overhead. Bring it in front of him. So now we have your shoulders in an internally rotated position. You might even get a nice stretch on your wrists and forearms. Then we take that stick all the way back and around. That's option number one. You can do the same thing on the floor. Now, Marek, turn your palms the other way. And then same thing, go as wide as you need to get that stick all the way up and over. I'm just going to take the obstacles out of the way. That's it. Perfect. And back. Now, as Marek does this, we want to think about the ribs tucked in and the lower back nice and flat. So we're not using our spine to cheat our way through the movement. 60 seconds here. So when you're ready, choose your variation and then off we go. We've just gone over halfway. Now, if it's getting easier, keep that chest down, Marek. And then you can start to wiggle your hands in a little bit closer, like 0.5 centimeter at a time. But don't do that and compromise the straight arms. Good. And then finishing there. Very good. Let's pop the sticks back down onto the floor. We're going to come back into that sleeper position, but we're going to do a little bit more strength-based work here now. So Audric's got a toothpick and Marek's got a dumbbell. So, well,
like a chicken wing.
Pop your heads back onto the yoga blocks. Set yourself up again. Good, so pull that shoulder back underneath. That's it. So we don't want to reach and fully protract. So we don't want to reach that shoulder right out in front of you. Just keep it relaxed underneath. Elbow back in line with the shoulder. And now we're going to use the weight to bring us into the stretch. So you're going to internally rotate, and in that bottom position, hopefully the weight that you've chosen will help pull you just a tiny little bit deeper. And then you use the strength of your shoulder to pull back up. Now, if you get to the bottom and you're like, well, I'm stuck here, but yeah, just going back to there. Let's say you get down here and you're like, I can't really pull back up. You can use your other hand gently under your fingers and help bring yourself out. Now, Marek is doing exactly the same thing. He's just chosen a heavier weight. So choose something that's appropriate for you.
20 kilos.
Oh, there you go. All right. When you're ready, guys, we've got 60 seconds of reps here as well. If whatever weight you have available is quite easy for you, what you can do is maybe hold for 3 to 5 seconds in the bottom and then pull back up. So you're spending a little bit of extra time in that end range. All right, we've got one more exercise to get through. For this one, Audric is going to come back up to standing and he's going to use the massage balls, and Marek will stay face down on the floor again. So using the massage balls, just to show off, to squeeze them to create a bit of tension through your body. And we're going to work through an exercise we call swimmers. So Audric is going to start with his hands behind his shoulders. He's thinking about keeping his ribs down just like with the earlier exercise, but he's pulling his elbows and everything back. Good. Now from there, he's going to lift the hands off the back of his shoulders. He's going to straighten the arms out. Good. And then pulling the arms behind him, he's going to rotate his shoulder. So you can see he's starting to roll the shoulder into internal rotation. He's going to hang on, keep the arms straight, bring his arms into as much extension as he can first. I think we've maxed that out. So now he can bend the elbow. He's going to bend his arms, keep the hands off the back for now, and then he's going to set them down slowly. And then we reverse, lift off first, straighten the arms, good. And then from there you start to undo that rotation, so unravel, good. Keep the hands pulling back behind you as much as you can. And then all the way back into flexion first, bend the elbows, set the arms down. Now you can see Marek is doing the same thing here. Once again, we want to keep that neutral spine. You might even want to put your chin down. Good. And this is going to be a little bit more challenging because you're working against gravity and the floor is going to keep you honest. You won't be able to let your arms drift forward as much. So when you're ready, guys, let's do it. We're back on the clock, 60 seconds. Now Marek is just making fists. That's another option if you don't have access to massage balls. You still want to squeeze a bit of tension through there. Good. That's it, nice. Beautiful. And then rotate around, good. And keep the arms straight, keep the arms straight, keep the arms straight, and then start to bend, yes. So try and come up into flexion rather than starting to bend the elbows when the arms are out in a T. We want to try and bring them up and then move into this position. Good. Good, guys. So always looking for that little bit of extra range. Pulling back. You can make these really easy and not get much out of them, or you can work these pretty hard. Good. And then we're going to finish the rep that we are on. Once your hands are back behind your shoulders, look at you two, almost synchronized. You can pause there and have a rest. Awesome, guys. All right, from there, just pop your hands on your shoulders, roll them off a couple of times in each direction, and then show off your biceps, and then we're done. Nice work, guys. Thanks for following along. If you've got any questions about this, or if you want to join class, reach out and we'll look after you. Bye. Clowns.